It's time to get ramblin' with your host of the Ramblin' Bout Wrestling podcast, Nick Pearl. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Ramblin' Bout Wrestling podcast. I am your host, Nick Pearl, and today we're talking Royal Rumble season. That's right, I've been doing my watch along all the way, starting from 1988, and right now I'm up to 2012. So I still got a bunch to go. Running out of time. We'll get through them, don't worry, I promise you. But there are two big-time Royal Rumble matches coming this year, both the men's and the women's matches, some of the most unpredictable of all time, I would say, especially the women's. You only got two people announced right now. When's the last time that's happened? It doesn't. So both Rumbles are going to be incredibly stacked. We're going to have tons of surprises. The winner may not even be announced yet. I don't want champions in this match. Thank you very much. No singles champions. So without further ado, let's get to rambling. Let me get through my predictions for the men and women's Royal Rumbles in 2025. Starting off with the men's Royal Rumble match. It took me a little while to figure out who I wanted to start this. Could it have been Seth Rollins and CM Punk? Could it have been Rey Mysterio and Kofi Kingston? You have a lot of options that you could go with, but I decided on this. John Cena, number one. If they're making it that he has a hard road ahead of him to get to that record-setting world title reign, it makes perfect sense for him to be number one. So John Cena, number one. And number two, I had to flip-flop this a little bit. After Monday Night Raw on Netflix, I think Sami Zayn is going to have a really long run in this Rumble, much like John Cena. They have some history with the U.S. Open Challenge. Sami Zayn came out, hurt himself in his entrance, and then went on to have a banger match with John Cena, even though he was injured. It was supposed to be his main roster call-up. That did not end up happening. He did get called up down the line, but that was supposed to be his call-up in that match with John Cena. Let's run it back. We're going to have a ton of John Cena stare-offs, stare-downs in this match. So this will be the first of many. John Cena, number one. Sami Zayn, number two. Number three, after they are going back and forth, putting on a clinic for a minute and a half, 90 seconds, give or take, whatever they decide to count it down by, your number three entrant is going to be the one and only TNA World Champion, Joe Hendry. I had Joe Hendry coming in at number two if you want to make a viral moment. John Cena and Joe Hendry in the ring together, it needs to happen. So let's start it off in the Royal Rumble, where Joe Hendry even said he wants his next big thing, the thing he's reaching for in the future, is to have a match against John Cena. You have to stare down here, and you could do it at the UBS Arena show over the summer. So Joe Hendry comes in, him and Cena have their stare down until number four comes in. Somebody that doesn't like Joe Hendry very much from their time in NXT. Ethan Page. We haven't seen Joe Hendry since he lost to Ethan Page in any WWE capacity at all, other than when he won the breakout moment of the year, whatever it was. So Ethan Page will come out. He's gotten that rub from The Rock. Now Ethan will get that rub from John Cena. But Ethan's goal is to eliminate Joe Hendry. Is Hendry going to last a long time in the match? He's probably going to last maybe 10 minutes, but Hendry's going to get tossed out. His is just the shock factor. The person tossing him out will be someone that's going to go after him in TNA for that title. Number five is going to be The Miz, because you got all these guys coming in. You need somebody that can easily get tossed out. No offense to him. Miz does his role great. So Miz will come in, not much is going to happen. Maybe the John Cena Miz stare down, because they have their history back from WrestleMania 27, where The Miz actually beat John Cena in the main event, which is kind of crazy. Still can't believe that happened. Miz doesn't even know what happened because he was concussed. Besides the point. Number six, somebody that has history with Sami Zayn and also history in TNA. You have Drew McIntyre coming out at number 6. And he's going to try and ruin Sami Zayn's day early. They just had their feud. They're kind of done now, I guess. Sami Zayn moving more into a thing with Seth Rollins. But Drew McIntyre coming in here, tossing out The Miz immediately. Drew McIntyre is going to be the big beast in the matchup thus far. Him and John Cena go back and forth. Out comes Andrade. You're getting more of those high flyers starting to come out. Somebody does have a dislike to high flyers, so just give me a couple more entrant numbers, and then we'll get that person in here as well. Andrade comes in, him and Drew McIntyre, him and Cena, him and Sammy, especially him and Sammy. They have, back from their NXT days, they were both pushed as main event guys. Let them go at it. I don't really know if they've had a singles match in WWE. I can't think of one off the top of my head. So, if anything, the next feud entrants, we're going to have some good wrestling. Carmelo Hayes comes out. Andrade and Carmelo had their best of 7 series. Some people look at Carmelo as the undisputed future of the WWE, much like John Cena was when he came in. Ruthless aggression, Carmelo, he's going to probably slap Cena in the back of the head, and they're going to go at it. Now that you got those two high flyers in, let's throw in Chad Gable. He doesn't like high flyers. So Gable's going to go in, put on a clinic with some of these guys. Not much is going to happen. Gable's going to end with maybe thank you! Yeah! Until number 10 comes out, which is Penta. So let's recap real quick before we get into what Penta is going to do in this match. Number 1, John Cena. Number 2, Sami Zayn. Number 3, Joe Hendry. Number 4, Ethan Page. Number 5, The Miz. Number 6, Drew McIntyre. Number 7, Andrade. Number 8, Carmelo Hayes. Number 9, Chad Gable. And number 10, Penta. Penta is going to be a huge star coming in. Gable does not like Penta. He does not like luchadors. So they're going to go at it for a little bit. No elimination. Number 11, Trick Williams, the former NXT champion, running down to the ring. He could toss out Ethan Page because they got history. He goes back and forth with everybody that's in the ring. Till number 12 comes out. When this is a big name right here. This is giant. Number 12, CM Punk. He may want to go at it a little bit with the NXT guys. Trick Williams. Chad Gable will take a GTS and it will look insane. Penta and Punk were both in AEW. They had a singles match, I'm pretty sure. Punk and Cena is the big story here. They're going to have a stare down until number 13 comes out, and that's Dominic Mysterio. Nobody likes Dom. Dom's going to get beat up, and he's going to get tossed out real quick. Him and Gable might have a moment because Dom says he knows somebody that can help Gable with his luchador problem. But other than that, Dom's just getting tossed right out until number 14 comes out. Kofi Kingston. Him and Punk will go back and forth. Him and Cena will go back and forth. All these big guys you have in there, a lot of them have history with Kofi Kingston. If anything, expect Kofi to have something memorable happen. I don't know if he's going to do one of his big Rumble saves, but number 15 is going to be Rey Mysterio. So expect Kofi Kingston to eliminate Rey Mysterio. Not right away, but expect it to happen. Number 16, Xavier Woods, right after Rey Mysterio. So you got both of the New Day going after Rey, beating him down after what happened on Monday Night Raw in their match. Until number 17, we get a surprise. And this guy has history with Rey Mysterio. It was his retirement match at WrestleMania. Out comes JBL. And it makes perfect sense because JBL just got disrespected by the New Day on Raw. You got a couple of clothesline from hell, 2 Kofi and Woods. I think it would be the best option to have Kofi eliminate Rey Mysterio, and Rey Mysterio will probably take out JBL and do like a throwback to that match. JBL's not going to last long. He'll just hit them clotheslines and that's it. Well, number 18, because this guy's got to be in there somewhere, Finn Balor, going to come out, not too much. Number 19, Damian Priest. I would love this guy to have been in earlier, but I just couldn't fit him in with what I'm booking. Him and Finn go to war. They just had their blow off to their feud on Raw. You would think, nah, they're going to show up in the Rumble and battle each other. Number 20, Sheamus. When I did this Rumble and I put all the names down, I forgot about Sheamus. I did my best to not put any champions in here at all unless you're the women's tag. Because let's be honest, the women's tag champs should be in the Rumble because they don't have those big star names. So let's recap the middle half of the Royal Rumble. Number 11, Trick Williams. Number 12, CM Punk. Number 13, Dominic Mysterio. Number 14, Kofi Kingston. Number 15, Rey Mysterio. Number 16, Xavier Woods. Number 17, JBL. Big shocking surprise. Not really shocking. He's been showing up everywhere. Number 18, Finn Balor. Number 19, Damian Priest. And number 20, Sheamus. But if Sheamus is the Intercontinental Champion, you're going to switch his spot for Braun Breaker. So moving on to number 21, you have Karrion Kross. He's had some stuff going on with the Wyatts. They're claiming that Wyatt's moved over to SmackDown. He's done with them. So Kross is going to come in, maybe put a beating on a couple of people until number 22 comes in, and it's Braun Strowman. He's done with the Wyatts, but not one of the OG Wyatt family members. Braun Strowman will eliminate Karrion Kross, and they'll start a feud between the two of them. If the Wyatts are definitely off of Raw, let's move Strowman to Raw to feud with Karrion Kross, because I think that would be fun. The story you could tell. Mwah, immaculate. So moving on to number 23, someone that has history with Braun Strowman, Seth freaking Rollins. When Rollins won the Rumble in 2019, he last eliminated Braun Strowman with a curb stomp on the hardest part of the ring. He'll get in Sami Zayn's face. Sami's been in there this whole time, but Seth will come in, the fresh man, and toss out Zayn. And Zayn's not going to be happy. He had to fight through all these other men just for Rollins to come in and toss him out right away. Rollins doesn't need the Rumble win. Yes, he may be one of your favorites, but why do you want to see Rollins have another world title reign when he just had one last year? Coming in at number 24, after Sami Zayn is eliminated, LA Knight. Yeah! Assuming he's not the United States champion at this point. If he is, swap him out for Shinsuke. He's going to have a off, going to be attacking Seth Rollins. Really, LA Knight's not going to do much in this Rumble. He's just kind of there. Number 25. Someone that does have history with LA Knight, a little bit. Solo Sikoa. You think Solo's going to have a strong performance. He's not. There's somebody else that's going to have an even bigger showing than him, and we'll get to that man real quick. He'll get a couple eliminations for sure. Expect him to maybe toss out LA Knight, toss out Braun Strowman, toss out Sheamus even. Solo does what he's got to do. Number 26, the Yeet Man himself, Yeet, Jey Uso. If Jey Uso is the world champion at this point, you take him out and swap him for Gunther. I don't care. But it wouldn't make sense for Solo and Gunther to go at it. But Gunther would be in the Rumble. You know what? Screw it. Won't be Gunther. You're going to swap Jey with Ludwig Kaiser. Because I like Ludwig. I wanted him in my Rumble. I just didn't have a spot for him. So let's pretend Jey Uso doesn't beat Gunther at Saturday night's main event. Jey Uso is here to go after Solo Sikoa. They battle it out. They both stay in there until number 27. Returning from injury, Randy Orton. RKO's the hell out of everybody. Everybody's down. That's Orton's big spot. He does the double DDT, vintage Orton, to Solo Sikoa and Jey Uso until number 28 comes in, the original tribal chief and the current tribal chief, Roman Reigns. Roman stares Orton down. They're staring daggers into each other as Roman walks to the ring. All slow. Doesn't run. He's very slow walking to the ring. Orton's going to be like, with his faces, telling him to get in there. He wants some. They're both going to be going at it until number 29. Jacob Fatu. Why is there another member of the bloodline in here? Solo Sikoa's there. Why do they need somebody else, you might ask? Well, Jacob Fatu is frustrated. He loves Solo. Don't get him wrong. He loves him. But he's not the tribal chief anymore. So Jacob Fatu and Roman Reigns are going to go at it. Jacob Fatu is going to eliminate Solo Sikoa, setting up for some type of WrestleMania match down the line. So number 30 now, the last person to enter the Royal Rumble after all the shenanigans is going down with the bloodline, Randy Orton. You get Logan Paul. Going to do something with John Cena. Going to flip out of the attitude adjustment. Cena's going to make it to 30, and you're going to get heartbreak. Cena's going to get that type of edge elimination where he's holding onto the rope and couldn't from 2020. Shawn Michaels trying to make it to The Undertaker at WrestleMania. But that's the type of elimination you're going to get here. And Logan Paul is going to be the one to do it to John Cena. And this is going to be Cena's road to the world title. It starts at the Rumble. And it's not going to end until Cena inevitably wins Money in the Bank, his third option of getting to that world title that he talked about on the Netflix debut of Raw. So let's recap. Number 21, Karrion Kross. Number 22, Braun Strowman. Number 23, Seth freaking Rollins. 24, LA Knight. 25, Solo Sikoa. 26, Jey Uso. 27, Randy Orton. 28, Roman Reigns. 29, Jacob Fatu. And number 30, Logan Paul. Who's left when the end of the Rumble draws near? Randy Orton, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and CM Punk. 3 of the 4 are favorites to win right now, and just imagine the pop. All 4 of these men have intertwined in their careers for years. The ending of the Rumble is going to look like this. Seth Rollins and Punk are going to be so focused on each other that Roman Reigns is going to run over and try to toss them both out. He'll get 1. Seth Rollins will get tossed out by Roman Reigns. So now you're down to 3. Roman's going to go for a spear. Randy's going to RKO him, toss out Roman. Your final 2 are CM Punk and Randy Orton. Nobody's expecting Randy Orton to be in the final 2 of the Rumble, where everybody is predicting CM Punk to win. After Punk's promo on Raw this week, he really is the favorite, but he's not my pick. In the words of Jerry Lawler, my pick is here. My pick is Randy Orton to win the Royal Rumble. Hit a GTS on Randy Orton, go to toss him out, but much like the year before, Punk is going to come up short once again. Hanging on till the final 2 just to get tossed out. Punk is not going to make it to the main event of WrestleMania. At least not by winning the Rumble. He could get there another way. But Randy Orton, ladies and gentlemen, is my pick to win the men's Royal Rumble matchup. He will go on to challenge Cody Rhodes for the WWE title at WrestleMania. Cody's back from injury. Why isn't Randy? Something's going on here, especially with Kevin Owens and Cody having a ladder match at the Rumble. You could easily have Orton come out and screw Kevin, and they could have a match at Mania. But now they're building to Kevin versus Sami at Mania. So they can have a million different ways they can go. But I have Randy Orton winning this Rumble. It's a solid prediction, something not a lot of people are expecting. And most importantly, he's coming in at number 27, which has not had a ton of winners as of late. 27 used to be the lucky number. Number 30 now has the most wins. So you can't keep loading up number 30 for your win. So there's my prediction for the men's Royal Rumble match of 2025. Now that I got through my men's Royal Rumble predictions, let's move to the women's Royal Rumble 2025 entrant predictions. Because this one, you got a lot more surprises than the men's. Let's get right into it. People are saying, Bayley, you can't do it again. Bayley came in at number 3 last year and won. So let's have Bayley start from number 1 instead and see how long she can go. She will not make it to the end, but she will try her hardest. And the person she's got a lot of beef with, Roxanne Perez, number 2. Someone from NXT officially getting called up in the Royal Rumble. Bayley and Roxy are going to go back and forth a bunch. It's going to be a good back and forth, much like the beginning of John Cena and Sami Zayn, as long as Cena can, keep up. Number 3 to enter will be the returning Becky Lynch. And since I got a lot of returns, a lot of surprises, we need to spread them out a little bit. So Becky Lynch comes in at number 3. Bayley is shocked. Roxanne is shocked. Number 4 comes in, and it's the former women's world champion, Liv Morgan. Liv will be trying to get her baby back. Will she do it? No. She's not winning the Rumble. This is a long freaking reign that she had, and I really don't think Rhea should even have the belt right now. Besides the point. Number 5 is someone that I have been wanting in the Rumble since the first Women's Royal Rumble. And what better time to do it than now? Eve Torres. Please let this happen. She's always in great shape. Liv Morgan will be in the ring. You got a Liv Morgan and Eve Torres face-off. All I want to see is Liv Morgan laying on the ground and Eve doing her twerk thing that she does before she does the standing moonsault onto Liv. And then number 6, once that spot happens, will be Natalya. So you get a call back to 2011 Royal Rumble, where Eve won the Divas title in a fatal 4-way. I would love to throw Layla in here too. And trust me, I had Layla on my list of potential people, because I want Layla in the Rumble as well. But we can't have everything that we want. I'm not going to be too greedy and throw both of these girls in. If I can get one, that's all that matters. So Eve Torres and Natalya will be here, and it'll be a big stare down. Everybody's going to be excited for this. Back in time, going to be crazy, until number 7 comes in. You got the past, you got the present, and then you'll get the future. Eve Torres is the past, Natalya is the present, and the future is Kalani Jordan coming in at number 7. Who better to put her in there than Natalya and Eve? Natalya is the one that they say, you know what? We got someone coming up. Let's put you in a feud with them. Make them look strong. Number 8, Raquel Rodriguez will come in and ruin the fun, toss out Kalani, toss out Natalya, toss out Eve. It's a shame, but Raquel, they're going to want to look strong. Until number 9 joins the ring, and it's somebody making her official WWE debut. She's no longer with TNA. She's now with WWE, most likely. Probably signing the contract the day of. It will be Jordynne Grace coming in the ring, and she will have that stare down with Raquel Rodriguez. You thought WWE was going to make Raquel look strong and have her run the Rumble? You're wrong. Jordan's going to toss her the hell out. It'll be like how Jade Cargill got in last year and eliminated Nia Jax. This will be Jordynne Grace and Raquel doing it. And then number 10, you just got to get a toss in there. Ivy Nile, her and Jordan doing a muscle off. I think they might have done it last year, but let them do it again. Let's recap numbers 1 to 10. Bayley number 1, Roxanne number 2, Becky number 3, Liv number 4, Eve Torres, please let this happen, number 5, Natalya number 6, Kalani Jordan from NXT number 7, Raquel Rodriguez number 8, Jordynne Grace number 9, and Ivy Nile number 10. Number 11 to come in. Now this is a huge stare down. Bianca Belair, one half of the Women's Tag Team Champions. She might not be champion after NXT when she defends against Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson, but let's pretend they do win it. Honestly, I'm sorry to say, the middle of the Rumble, not a lot's going to happen. It's just going to be a lot of people getting in there just to get thrown out. Like last year, I looked. You didn't have any surprises from numbers 11 to 20, so I'm going to follow the same formula. You load the front, you load the back, and you get a good amount of wrestling in the middle. So by this, you got Shayna Baszler coming in at number 12, Zelina Vega number 13. Shayna's going to want to snap somebody's arm. Zelina's going to come in, try to take out Shayna. Maybe she'll have some success until Nia Jax comes in at number 14 and squashes Zelina's dreams. Literally and figuratively tosses out Zelina. Shayna and Nia have history, by the way, if you don't remember. Former women's tag champs as well. They're going to go at it until number 15, Io Sky comes in. A lot of people's favorites. And I would love to see Io pull this off and go after Rhea Ripley for the world title. So let me make her one of the favorites here. Io Sky is going to eliminate Nia Jax. That'll be fun, right? She's going to be shocked. Everybody's going to be shocked. Io is going to be looking great. Number 16, Sonya Deville. Number 17, Candice LeRae. Number 18, Dakota Kai. Number 19, Zoe Stark. And number 20, Scarlett. The interesting thing about Scarlett is she has not been in a Royal Rumble before. She's done live events. She can go. Why not toss her in the Rumble? WWE did it with BFAB. Let's go through numbers 11 to 20. Bianca Belair, number 11. Shayna Baszler, number 12. Number 13, Zelina Vega. Number 14, Nia Jax. Number 15, Io Sky. Number 16, Sonya Deville. I spelled her name wrong. Called her Sonda. Number 17, Candice LeRae. Number 18, Dakota Kai. Number 19, Zoe Stark. And number 20, Scarlett. So you have Damage Control in. You have the Pure Fusion Collective in. Yeah, not my kind of thing. It's all right, though. Damage Control also shouldn't be a thing anymore either. Asuka's hurt. But coming back from injury at number 21 is going to be Asuka. So Asuka will come in at 21, finally start cooking, coming towards the tail end of this matchup. Number 22 will be Michin. I would love to see her be the workhorse of the Rumble. I'd love to see her be the Iron Woman. It's not going to happen because Roxy's probably going to end up being the Iron Woman. Bayley, by the way, will be tossed out coming up very shortly. Number 23, Naomi. So Bianca comes in at number 11. Her tag team partner and current co-tag team champion comes in at 23. There's going to be a little bit of dissension here because Bianca's going to be getting a couple of eliminations. Naomi's going to cook with Michin a little bit until number 24 comes in. Coming from TNA, the Knockouts champion, Masha Slamovich. So you got Joe Hendry, the TNA champion in the men's rumble, and the TNA Knockouts champion coming in the women's. Naomi, if you remember a little while back, she was Trinity back in TNA. So Naomi and Masha are going to have a nice sequence back and forth. Naomi's going to eliminate Michin. Masha's going to embarrass Naomi. Not going to toss her out, but Masha's going to control the matchup until number 25 comes in, and it's Piper Niven. Not going to last. It's going to be a big person that Masha's going to be able to eliminate. Number 26, returning from injury or whatever she had going on, Jade Cargill. The former half of the women's tag team champions got replaced by Naomi. Bianca's going to be extremely happy to see her. Naomi, not so much. Jade's going to turn her attention to Naomi and start beating the crap out of her. Bianca, what are you doing? What are you doing? Jade's gonna go, she's the one that took me out. It was Naomi. It was her. Bianca's not gonna believe it. She's gonna say, no, she didn't. She didn't. She said she didn't. She said she didn't. Jade's gonna turn on Bianca. Bianca's gonna get tossed out by Jade, and Naomi is gonna get tossed out by Jade. Jade's gonna go haywire here, focusing on both of these women until Masha Slamovich comes from behind and almost tosses Jade out. Jade's gonna hold on just a little bit longer until number 27 comes in, returning to the WWE, I guess from injury as well, Charlotte Flair. You get the stare down between Jade and Charlotte. You get the stare down between Charlotte and Masha. To the people that don't want to see Charlotte back, honestly, I'm with you. But I'm excited to see what she could do in this run. We haven't really been able to see what she could do under a Triple H run company. The future is set. Imagine a Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair match at WrestleMania. It was rumored they wanted it last year. It's rumored they wanted the Charlotte and Bianca match at WrestleMania as well. Charlotte coming in, the instant big-time favorite that people are looking for. And you can't really ever bet against Charlotte. Going to number 28, Cora Jade will enter the Royal Rumble. She's going to go with Roxy. They're going to do their thing. But Cora Jade will eliminate Masha Slamovich because Cora's going for that Knockouts title. We saw her at TNA Genesis. We've seen Masha at NXT. Cora eyeing that belt. It's inevitable. If you want to build to a TNA pay-per-view from WWE's biggest show of the year thus far, why not have Cora eliminate Masha? Build to that feud, and then if Cora get tossed out right away by Roxy, because Roxy's getting called up, Cora's staying down. They think that they're on the same page. They're really not. They could turn on each other in an instant. We've seen it before, and I'm sure we'll see it again. Adios. See you later. Now, my number 29 is screwed up, because as I'm recording this episode, they just announced that Alexa Bliss has no creative plans whatsoever. Let's pretend that these rumors, they're just getting out there just because. For now, I'm going to keep Alexa Bliss at 29, even though Wrestle purists and all them are saying I'm wrong. Stare down against Roxy, two smaller women who have a ton of impact. Get to show off some of her moveset that she's had, because this is her first time back in a very long time, until she gets tossed out by Scarlett. She may get eliminated, but she'll come back and toss out Bliss. So at least something can continue with this Wyatt Six story. You got Strowman and Cross going at it in the men's rumble. Let's have Scarlett and Bliss going at it in the women's. Till number 30 comes in from NXT, Stephanie Vakir. Biggest name I could think of to have an impact at the end. Let's recap number 21 to 30. Number 21, you got Asuka. Number 22, Michin. Number 23, Naomi. Number 24, Masha Slamovich. Number 25, Piper. Number 26, Jade. Number 27, Charlotte Flair. Number 28, Cora Jade. Number 29, Bliss. Can't say it because that thing will hear me again. And number 30, Stephanie Vakir. Who are your final four? Roxanne Perez, Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, and Stephanie Vakir. Stephanie's going to toss out Roxy. Or you might even have Bayley and Roxy eliminate each other. So either way, Roxy's out first. You're down to Charlotte, Stephanie, and Becky. Stephanie gets tossed out. Down to Becky and Charlotte. People are predicting Becky to win to go for Rhea Ripley. We already saw that last year. So let's reverse the roles from the 2019 Women's Rumble that Becky won and have Charlotte toss her out this time. So Charlotte can go for Tiffany Stratton. So the winner of your Women's Royal Rumble matchup, from number 27 again, because I want 27 to have winners, will be Charlotte Flair. And she will not beat Tiffany at WrestleMania, but it's going to be Tiffany's biggest matchup to date, and she's gonna bring it. So my winners of the Royal Rumble matches, Randy Orton coming in at number 27 on the men's side, and Charlotte Flair also coming in at number 27 on the women's side. Randy goes for Cody, Charlotte goes for Tiffany. Took a little while to come up with this, come up with my list. I had to go on all these websites, figure out who's not injured, who is injured, who's in the company, who's not in the company, what surprises are actually possible. This is what I came up with. Do you guys agree with me, or do you not agree with me? This has been both the men and women's Royal Rumble 2025 matches, my predictions for the entrants and who's going to win. I've been your host, Nick Pearl, and I'll catch you on the next one. Let's keep rambling, everybody.